Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to Stream-of-Unconsciousness, where the subject's made up and the words don't matter. Today, as with every third person on the internet, I'm going to show off the Third Doctor and Sonic Screwdriver Deluxe that it was just released. I wasn't gonna, because I've got a Third Doctor and in my collection, and he is good, and I like him. He does very well. But I also used to have a Third Doctor Sonic Screwdriver that one of my brothers got me for a birthday a number of years past, and it has somehow turned up missing, and I have not been able to lay my hands on it since the move. And in looking at the combination of the Sonic Screwdriver as a replacement, the new head sculpt, which actually is phenomenally sculpted and painted, and, you know, the little accessories, which are kind of neat, I thought, you know what the hell? Why not get the High Deco Vortex Edition figure? Character options, as all of the newer Doctor Who figures are. We'll go ahead and start slicing it open. I guess we should do that on camera. I don't know why, but we'll do that. Well, we'll go ahead and do that on camera. So, this is a similar box to the one that the Vortex editions of the 15th Doctor and Ruby came in. I almost said Millie. That's wrong. As you see, the internal packaging has a few things on it. It looks like some of the old rondelles. Love the old rondelles. What are the round things? I have no idea. And then it's got instructions for the Sonic Screwdriver. I believe it's got a battery compartment there. I believe it's got a diagram on the box that actually shows how to replace the batteries. Is it quote unquote comes with demonstration batteries? So, you know, read into that what you will. So, there is the plastic in all its glory. First, we'll free up the Sonic Screwdriver, just because it's not held in by anything other than the plastic, as it makes huge crackling noises that are probably very loud on camera. And there we have it. Tiny bit oversized for the at the base, I think it is. It is a toy after all. I believe. Yeah, it's two slightly different noises, which is cool. It is chromed, which I don't believe my first one was. I believe my first one was just silver paint, but this one is actually chromed. It's a good looking. Oh, let's just say what it is. It's a good looking toy, good looking collectible there. So that's a more than adequate replacement for the one that has been lost to the universe. But yeah, I do really like the chrome look. That's really nice. So next we'll go ahead and people are going to hate me for this. I know I can't think what the actual name of the story is that this crystal comes from. I know it. It's not one of the ones that I have watched as often. So there's that. I should probably be ashamed of myself for that as well. But there's the crystal. I don't remember the exact, again, episode that came from. Next up, the maggot from the Green Death. My understanding is that there are two variations on this. One is straight, like this one, well, straight-ish, and one has a much greater curve in it, as if it's lifting its head up off the ground. And you don't know, if you're ordering online, as I did, because I ordered directly from Character, You won't know which one you're getting until it actually arrives. I don't care. I think there's going to be a good aftermarket for these people selling these and selling mock-ups of these so that people have more than one maggot. But not a bad sculpt for a maggot. With the little fangs there. Trying to think if I ever actually saw them from behind in the episode. I just watched the episode the other day. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. And finally, the pièce de résistance, the man himself. There we go. So what we're going to do is cut through these very wonderful and worthwhile no more plastic ties, no metal ties, no ties to any of his enemies. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to say it anyway. So, free him. There we go. Set that to one side. And there we have it. The Vortex Edition of the Third Doctor. Interestingly, I think, anyway, that it came with the maggot from the Green Death, and because this is not anywhere close to the coat or hairstyle that he had in the Green Death. But it is a phenomenal new sculpt for the head, I'll give it that. Now, I do notice, I was curious, and I noticed in some of the other comments I'd seen were curious as to whether or not the new version had the same shoulder articulation as the Shootigatwa figure, and it does not. As you can see, well, I don't want to put him down yet. As you can see, his raises and lowers to the side as well as swiveling. But that makes sense to me from a business perspective. This is very clearly just a repaint of the original body, and then with the brand new head sculpt, dueling Pertwees. So, and I would have said this is a perfectly adequate head sculpt. It's painted all right. This new one it's miles better, but a much earlier Pertwee as well. This is closer to his first and second seasons. Well, first season and a half, maybe, than it is to what was actually happening during the Green Death. Turn. There we go, free that up a little bit. All right. But yeah, that's the color of the plastic is less plasticky and more like real skin. It's good. It's a really good repaint. As you can see, there's some small details, piping on the smoking jacket, and the little decorative loops around the buttons. The cravat obviously has a little more color. It's a pretty good repaint. Well, very happy with this. Again, I considered not getting it just because, I have a perfectly serviceable Third Doctor, but this is a truly phenomenal resculpt on the head. And again, I do have a missing item in my collection for the sonic screwdriver that turned up lost in the move. So glad to have that replacement. Perfectly pleased with this purchase. If you're into collecting Doctor Who, especially if you're a classic collector, I would definitely say take a look at this one. For those of you who live in the UK, probably easier to get your hands on than it was here in the US. Again, I had to order it directly from Character Options, but again, I do like it quite a bit, and it will make an excellent addition to my collection. So, having said that, I will say goodbye to you all for now. Feel free to like, comment, Let me know how things are going, or if there's anything else you'd like to see in a future video, like a camera that focuses, and we will talk to you later.